Hey there guys, this is Piper here and welcome to another Rome Total War battle. So the next couple of videos are actually from the Great Games tournament, which was a Rome Total War 1 competition hosted on the website Total War Hub. So this tournament actually had elements of con, matches, CWB and 31k, and it was 2 matches from each different game type for each round. So in round 1 we have the side called the Greeks. Obviously we have GREEK-DIOMIDIS here playing as Carthage, and we also have GREEK-IRAKLIS. They're playing in the 31k element of round 1, and they're up against the side called Punk Kiddos, or Punk Kiddos, however you want to pronounce that name. And that was consisted of HoS Zeke and HoS Saint. So like I was saying before, there was the 3 different game types in each round. You can't play the same faction more than once in each round. And the structure for the faction selection is essentially one side picks first in one of the game types, the other side picks second, and it goes like that throughout all the rounds. So there is a 31k element of the Great Games, but it's mainly CWB because there's 2 games 31k and basically 4 games CWB, 2 con and 2 CWB. All factions are allowed in the con matches. Egypt and Britannia are not allowed in the CWB matches. So without further ado, let's check out the armies. So obviously Cleo is playing as Rome. He'll be fighting against Saint, who's playing as Julii Rome. He's gone for a bog standard Roman army. He's got 6 cavalry, the cavalry are gold. And he's got the, the rest of them are urbans. I think there's actually one is Legionary First Cohort, which is right there I believe, yeah. So standard army there. Dio is playing as Carthage. Again, gone for a standard army. Basically it's all pike except for 1 unit of round 2 cavalry. And they're only 5 upgrade. They're actually light cavalry, so they're not going to be as effective versus heavy cavalry. And they'll suffer a little bit in morale because they don't have the morale of the heavy cavalry. But they are faster and they will be quite beneficial taking out the archers. All the pike are gold. Some of them have a couple of chevs. I think some of them have 1 chev. Some of them have 2 chev. There's a line that has 2 chev. So very powerful Carthaginian force right here. Mainly brought to fight or to take on the Greek Spartans. So this was actually the first match in round 1. I can't remember who actually picked first, but all it means is in the future games, this side can't bring Rome and they can't bring Carthage again. So we'll check out the Punk Kiddos. We've got HoS Saint, or HoS Groovy Tony, as he's called in this battle. Again, virtually the identical army to Cleo. He's gone for 6 cavalry, gold. The rest of them are urbans and 1 Legionary First Cohort. A little bit different in the formation he's chosen. He's gone for a more textbook Roman formation, keeping units in loose formation. 2 rows in loose and the rest of them are in checkerboard. Cleo's gone for basically all checkerboard. I'm sure he'll probably put some into loose when they get closer. Zeke's gone for basically all the pike are Spartans. They're all gold. I think a couple are actually 5 upgrade. Yeah, some of them are 5 upgrade. Most of them are gold. 4 Cretans. They're going to be gold. Right, so they're actually 5 upgrade. 1 is gold, 1 is 5 upgrade. The other 2 are they the same? They're at least 5 upgrade, probably gold, I'd imagine. there go gold, and there go gold. So Zeke probably ran out of money for that one to make them go gold, and he has 1, 2, 3 units of regular archers. So that's a lot of archers for Greece to bring. Those archers are only... There go gold. They're probably all gold to be honest. There's a couple of spectators on the right hand side. We've got Titus Mohammed. He's a well-known 31k player, and a player called Tard. No idea who he is. Might be HoS Tara, who is the 3rd player on the Punk Kiddos, who played the CWB matches. The other player on the Greek side is legendary player called GREEK-IRAKLIS, who is playing either the con matches or the CWB. Iraklis played a lot of tournaments a couple of years ago, so it'll be interesting to watch his matches. There's a couple of videos that I've done featuring GREEK-IRAKLIS earlier in the year, so check out those if you have the opportunity. So both players are forming up together, keep on triple speed, and the HoS side is advancing on the Greek and the Carthaginian force. So what we'll do is we will probably play this right here. Dio is moving his round shield to the left hand side. Zeke's keeping 2 Cretans on either flank, keeping his regular archers in the centre. Probably done this because probably expects Carthage to attack the Spartans early. Higher probability the regular archers will rout. Cretans are more valuable, so he's keeping them on either flank. Dio's keeping his round shield around the back, and they're there just to wait for the archers to tire and then do like a rear charge. So I think we're going to speed this up again. Obviously it's a tournament match, the first one in the round. Nobody wants to make any big mistakes. It's always beneficial starting off on a win. HoS side are advancing. Keep it on triple speed. And the Greek side are going to advance to meet the Spartans. Dio's move forward his pike. Zeke's keeping his archers on either flank. Those guys are in loose formation. And they're actually in loose formation because you might be wondering why are they in loose formation. There's no enemy archers, no enemy slingers. It means that if the cav go in for a charge, these archers are very fast. If they're in tight, it's easier for the cav to get more kills. If they're in loose, they don't get as many kills. So it's really a defensive strategy right there. Got a couple of kills on the round shield. And Dio's going to move forward the Sacred Band. So the regular archers are actually firing the fronts of the Sacred Band spearmen. If Zeke allows Dio to go straight in, he might be steamrolled. He wants to get a lot of kills with the archers first before the melee engagement happens. But he's got archers on either side. They're doing a good job flaming the sides of the urbans. And Saint's going to move around a couple units of urbans and 4 units of cavalry. So Dio's moving forward the Sacred Band. They're engaging the Spartans, and all the Sacred Band versus the Spartans. The Spartans, they're not going to win. They're going to last out for some time and then be routed. Zeke's going to really have to use these archers well, or get some help from Saint. He's doing a good job holding out here, but again, the 1 versus 1, the Sacred Band for the price are much better. Well, not much better, but they are better than the Spartans. So they will lose that when you consider how much money we spent on the archers. So there's the round shield and a unit of Praetorian cavalry going in for a charge versus the archers. So it's like basically 5 cavalry versus 6 cavalry. Saint's going to move over some urbans to help out Zeke. So Zeke doing a good job. He's holding out for as long as he can, but obviously look at all these Sacred Band versus those Spartans. Saying a defeat is a distinct possibility. The charge is going in there from Cleo. That's going to hammer and anvil the Spartans. This is where Spartans are so useful. They have really high morale. So they are getting hammer and anviled, but they're actually not routing straight away. They're actually holding out. The round shield are getting some kills on the regular archers. We'll check out what's happening on the left hand side. So Saint has gone in for the charge versus Cleo. He's moved forward his urbans. He's going to go for a silent charge there versus those urbans. Cleo's going to counter charge with 3 units of cavalry himself. He's actually routed 2 units of urbans right there. Moving over some urbans in the centre. But he's also put urbans to the right hand side to help out Zeke fight the Sacred Band. So good play there by Saint. He's actually got the rear charge versus Cleo. There's a lot more SPQR urbans in this area. So it says here victory seems certain for Julii, but there are more urbans in this area for Cleo. There's a unit of 40 strong Praetorian cavalry routing. So it appears to be about 50-50 to be honest. A lot more Sacred Band pike are left in relation to the Spartans. The urbans are coming around on the right hand side. The flaming arrows are doing a lot of damage to the morale of the SPQR, and the battle looks to be turning in favour of HoS actually. They've routed 2 units of urbans. They still have the archers there, which are doing some damage. There's a lone unit of urbans. Still a good number of urbans for Julii. You don't actually see them because of the bodies, but there are a fair amount of urbans left. To be honest, it is probably 50-50. There's urbans coming in on the right hand side. These arrows are doing a lot of damage to the Sacred Band. Cleo still has 3 units of pike, and there's 4 units of Sacred Band pike coming in from Dio. The units of Praetorian cavalry are coming in. They're going to try and rout those urbans, which they have done. So they're no longer getting attacked from all sides. But Saint really does have the upper hand on this side. He's getting support from the Cretans. The archers are firing from both sides. So these archers are firing the hell out of the cavalry, and like I was saying before, the archers are a lot faster than the cavalry in relation to heavy cavalry, so it's going to take a long time for these cavalry to actually catch up. Zeke's going to engage them in melee, try and rout them. Because there's so many archers, they might actually win that in relation to the Praetorian cavalry. So Saint's going to win on the left hand side. The combination of the urbans and the cav attacks, plus the attacks from the Cretans, has meant that there's a lot more urbans now going to come over for the fight versus the Sacred Band spearmen. So good place here by Dio, holding out pretty well. He's done a lot of damage to Greece, and the urbans that did come over, he's taken them out as well. Cleo still has a couple units of depleted cavalry. They're chasing down the archers. That battle's still going on between the archers and the Praetorian cavalry. So I'd probably say the battle's now in favour of HoS. Again, just the fact they have so many more archers. These archers are gold, which means that they're going to be helpful in melee combat as well. The urbans are coming in here. The pike are going to make a defensive wall versus the urbans. I'll put the favour slightly for HoS. It still is a fairly close battle though, but there are more men for HoS, plus the cavalry as well. Opting to go in for the direct charge, not going to wait and use the arrows, and they did that because basically when you have a pike box of this scale, it's very good on the defense and the arrows are less effective. Right now the pike are, some of them are warmed up, but most of them are winded. Some of them are actually tired as well, so they're attacking slightly weaker troops with the urbans. The arrow fire is going to be taking away morale, and there's some units of Sacred Band actually routing, and that's one of the sides actually gone for the Greeks. It's going to be a win for HoS. It's saying wavering, broken. A win for the Punk Kiddos. So that was the first match in the Great Games for round 1 for the Greek side and the Punk Kiddos. There's still another 31k battle to get played. The CWB element and the con matches too. So that was a good win there for Zeke and Saint. The score is actually 1-0 for their side, and basically whoever gets the most points goes through to the next round. But there's actually a loser's bracket, so even if you lose your round 1, you still got the possibility to actually win the tournament. The score is now 1-0 in favour of HoS. So stay tuned for the next battles. Hope you enjoyed this battle replay. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. This is Piper signing off.